Morning. So it's Saturday morning. It is what date is it today? Saturday the 9th of September of January. So I thought I would do a little debrief on my 72-hour fast. So essentially what I did was I started fasting on the Sunday evening. So I had my tea on Sunday, normal tea on Sunday evening, and then didn't eat any food all day Monday, all day Tuesday, until Wednesday tea time. So ultimately that was 72 hours. So 72 hours without food. Now, if you are going to do any kind of fast like that, and you've never done it before, or you're not sure, I would always recommend that you go and speak to a healthcare professional just to ensure that what you're doing is right for you. Obviously fasting is not right for everyone, doesn't fit with everyone. 72 hours is quite a long fast. It's 3 full days without food, so it's quite a long time. I've done it before, so it wasn't my first time, so therefore I felt I was okay with that. But like I say, any questions of anybody, if you just put them in the comments, I'm really happy to answer them from my perspective. Like I say, disclaimer, I'm not a healthcare professional, so therefore, if you are going to do something like this, always make sure you speak to a healthcare professional first. So what did I do? First of all, why did I do a 72-hour fast? Now, I believe, and this is my belief, that starting the year is a fresh start. It's a new start to the year, and a 72-hour fast is all about cleansing the body. So I didn't do a 72-hour fast to lose weight, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't need to lose any more weight. My weight has been pretty steady for the last 6 months, so therefore I don't need to lose any weight. From a fat perspective, yes, I would like to lose some fat, body percentage, but I didn't do it for that either. I did it to cleanse my body and give me a fresh start for the year. So to help me through my 72-hour fast, I did use some tools, this being one of them. So, lovely cup of tea. When I have a cup of tea like this, it is herbal tea. So that could be peppermint tea. Do drink quite a lot of peppermint tea. This particular one I'm drinking at the moment is green tea. So green tea with lemon. So there's no milk or anything in that at all. Whenever I drink a beverage, hot beverage like that, tea, don't use milk at all. Haven't drunk milk for quite some time. Don't like it anymore. So therefore, green tea, peppermint tea, chamomile, they're the kind of teas that I drink. So they're quite helpful. Green tea does have some kind of appetite suppressant in it, so therefore it can make fasting easier. That's one of the tools that I used for my fasting. One of the other tools I used was, you can't really see that because it's back to front, but it's MCT oil, so pure C8 MCT oil, and this particular one is from my friends over at Keto Source. Keto Source, great company, great resource for anything keto style. So I will add a link in the description or down at the bottom through to Keto Source, because they are a fantastic resource for anything keto related, and they're really good guys. Damien and the guys at Keto Source, fantastic, and they're always very helpful if you're looking for any scientific resources on ketones, anything like that. Really good. Another thing that I used on a daily basis was pure therapeutic ketones. So this is supplementing my body with pure therapeutic ketones. Now these are bioidentical to the ketones that your body would produce when you're fasting. So therefore, I do regularly fast anyway, so therefore my body is used to producing ketones and used to burning fat as a fuel, whereby somebody that's not done it before, your body won't be used to it and it will be much harder for you. So pure therapeutic ketones from Prove-It, they are really helpful, and they really do support in any kind of fasting. So from a calorific perspective, they've got very little calories in them, so they're only 45 or 50 calories, so therefore that's not going to have any kind of effect on a fast. And what pure therapeutic ketones do is they help with your focus. So obviously when you're fasting, it's very difficult, well, it can be difficult to focus because you're thinking about food, so therefore they help with your focus. They help with energy, so they give you energy because they are giving your body ketones, which your body will then use as energy. They help with appetite suppression because at the end of the day, you are not eating, and the energy from the ketones helps with the appetite suppression. And they overall, they help you have a better mood and they help you sleep better. Because again, those are two areas when you're fasting that you can find quite difficult. So yes, I did use ketones. I used them in the morning, and as you know, I do exercise quite a lot, so therefore I use them every day anyway for exercise, but they did help with my exercise and my cycling, so I carried on with my exercise as normal through my fast. So the 72 hours on the Monday, I do strength and conditioning, which is lifting weights basically for 35 to 45 minutes, and then I do a lot of stretching, yoga on a Monday. On a Tuesday and a Wednesday, I would do cycling for an hour. If it's safe to go outside, I would go outside, but currently I'm in the UK. It's absolutely freezing. We've had quite a lot of snow where I live. This morning the temperature was -4, so it was very cold. And it was the same over the fasting period. So therefore, all my cycling was done indoor on the Watt bike, which is a stationary bike in the house, using the Zwift platform. So that was my training. So pure therapeutic ketones, fantastic, really helpful, really supportive. C8 MCT oil, again, that is a fat, so therefore that does have a calorific allowance. So I use that with my coffee as an MCT coffee, just to give me a little bit more energy. But again, that's within what you would be okay ingesting while fasting. Other things I use to help me fasting, so electrolytes, really important when I'm on the bike. So I use the High 5 Zero electrolytes on the bike. From a fasting perspective, there's not enough electrolyte in those for a fast, I would suggest. They're more for energy, sweat. The other thing that I would use from an electrolyte point of view is Himalayan pink salt. Now I can take salt on board, I can just eat it. Wouldn't recommend that to other people, but there's lots and lots of different recipes for electrolytes. I will put some recipes on the group page, so therefore you can find some more recipes with regards to electrolytes, because electrolytes are really, really important when you're fasting, because obviously you're not taking on board any food, so therefore your body can't get the essential nutrients and salt from anywhere, so therefore you've got to supplement with them to keep your body working properly. Really, really important. Potassium, magnesium, and that's why I use the pink Himalayan salt, because that's got much more mineral content, better than your old table salt. So really important that you hydrate as well when you're fasting. So from a hydration perspective, I would say that most of my hydration comes from cups of tea. I do drink a lot of tea during the day, and that's just normal for me on a normal day anyway, regardless of whether I'm fasting or not. But it's really, really important that you hydrate. So those are the tools that I used to help me with fasting. I have put on the group different videos showing my journey through the fast, but from my perspective, day one was pretty straightforward because I'm used to fasting for 24 hours. That's not a problem at all. That's a regular thing that I do. I do that twice a week, Monday and Friday normally. So 24 hours, not an issue. Day two was more difficult, and that's standard when you're doing a fast. So 24 to 48 hours is normally the hardest point, and a lot of that's psychological. So psychologically, your body thinks it needs food, and you're used to eating food at certain times, so psychologically your body wants food. And again, using the tools, the C8 and the pure therapeutic ketones, that's really helpful, and it really helped me get through that second day. I would say that the exercise I did on the second day was fine, again, because that would be like normal for me in the morning doing the exercise after pretty much fasting for 24 hours, so that wasn't really an issue. Day 3, which is the 48 to 72 hours, I felt amazing on that day. I felt absolutely amazing, because that's the point where your body is used to fasting, so therefore I felt really, really good. The workout I did in the morning was really good, really fired me up for the day. Then at the end of the day was when I decided to break my fast, so therefore I did take on board some bone broth about an hour before I fully broke the fast, and that was really just to get my stomach, my body used to some kind of food again. And then for my meal, I chose a meal which was protein, vegetables, and no carbohydrates, or very little in the way of carbohydrates. And I would say, if you are going to do a fast and you're going to break the fast, you need to plan the food that you're going to eat when you break the fast. You don't want it too heavy, you don't want it too much in the way of calories, because you will find that you get full very, very quickly. I think the worst point I had in the fast was really after I'd eaten, so therefore I feel I ate too much and did feel a little bit sick afterwards. The following day, absolutely fine. I feel absolutely great. I will update all my facts and figures as we get into Monday, because Monday is the day where I do all my weights and measures. So I weigh myself every Monday, just because that's what I do, and I measure my waist on a Monday. So waist is a really important measurement when you're looking at fasting, dieting, health. Very important. And that's really my 72-hour fast debrief. So if anyone wants any further information, anything I've discussed, I will post links in the comments below. And like I say, any questions, happy to answer them, but I'm not a health professional.